Hey guys, Richard Metal Fan here. I'm sorry I haven't made any videos in about 3 weeks or so. And I've just been very busy with work and other stuff, and so yeah, but that's besides the point, and that's not what this video is about. As you can see, people at Tile, we're going to be doing an album review today. I'm going to be reviewing a new album which came out today, and that is, of course, the new album from Gojira entitled Magma, which came out today through Roadrunner Records. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with Gojira, they're a kind of like a progressive death metal band from France, and Gojira are basically one of my favorite bands. I mean, and this album is the follow up to Le Vent Sauvage, if I'm saying that right, which came out in 2012. So it's been 4 years since we had a new Gojira album. Um, and the question that is asked: does this album exceed expectations, or is it a step up from Avant Sauvage? In my honest opinion, it definitely has, for sure. It's just, I mean, for me, Gojira's music is just always very interesting. They've sort of like branched out into different other styles of metal. You have like the death metal and sort of groove metal, even some sludge metal, even a bit of some more progressive type stuff. With it's just really great, and they basically know how to step it up with each album. And just one thing to notice, like the guitar work on this album is just really great, especially from Joe Duplantier, and I forgot his name. And yep, the bass is pretty audible on this album. I could hear it quite a bit. And the interesting thing is the vocals from Joe Duplantier is just really great. It just knows how to do like those really just harsh vocals, and this is actually weird hearing him surprisingly he does some clean singing on this album, and honestly he's a pretty good singer, I have to say. Though he also does that with mixture with the harsher vocals. It's kind of like this clean singing but with a little bit more of a grit to it. It's just really great. And another thing is just the drumming. Oh my god. I mean, Mario Duplantier is just insane on this album. Just this type of drumming he does, and the polyrhythms and all that kind of shit is just really great. But yeah, without further ado, let's dive into this album track by track. Now, the album opens up with the song called The Shooting Star, which is just kind of a very good way to start this album. It kind of starts off a little bit of a sharp left turn, a little bit, and just some clean vocals. So it's pretty much sounds very hypnotic. It's a pretty interesting way to start off this album, and I like that a lot. Then we get to Silveira, which has some really great riffs in there. It's just the lead work on this song is just very catchy, and the chorus is great. And the one thing to note, like the main riff is just really just some very memorable. It's just something that you just can. It sounds really catchy, and just wow, this album is just really great. The Cell, which starts off with some really great shredding and just some great drumming on the song. Stranded, which is of course the album's first single, which has a bit of a catchy intro riff, and just this all in all, this song is just a straight headbanger. It just makes you want to freaking bang your head. We get to Yellowstone, which is kind of like a little bit of an intermission. It's like a little over a minute long. It's just some muddy guitars with some bit of a drumming, and which then leads into the song Magma, which is the title track of the album, which starts off with just typical Gojira riff, and it's just this song almost sounds very eerie and has a bit of a more of an atmospheric vibe to it. But then we get to Pray, which starts off with some percussion and flutes. Kind of sounds very treble like, and then just the guitars come in, and it's just sounds like just good old Gojira, but with some new stuff elements added to it, and it's just a godly song. Only Pain, which is kind of similar to Stranded a little bit, starts off with a really great riff, and it just holds the heaviness of Gojira. Then we get to Lowlands, which this is kind of where it kind of is a bit of a slowish type song a little bit. It just has a really great polyrhythmic groove, and I pretty much like this song. Then the album closes with Liberation, which in my opinion, I think this is a great way to end this album on a high note. Just some a little bit of percussion in there and some acoustic guitar, and it's a really good way to end this album. Now, overall, Magma by Gojira, it's a really good album. I think this is pretty much going to be probably another contender for album of the year. I'm going to say that. That's just, I mean, Gojira can do no wrong. With each album, they just keep continuing to get better and better and just exceed expectations. Now, if to give this album a score, I'd probably give this like a 9 out of 10, maybe a 9.5. If it's just really good. I was not even expecting to like this more than I did, and it's just, wow. What can I say? So, yeah, that's my review of the No Gojira. Guys, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you all in the next review or video, and keep it metal.